No mai, haere mai, and welcome to TSB Arena in Wellington as we get set for Rapid League action. The home team, Wellington Saints, up against the visiting Tauranga Whai. Brenton Ministeroy in commentary along with the six-time NBL champion Troy McLean. It's been a while, Troy, but great to be back with you. Looking forward to this one.
Yes, very much so. Kia ora everybody. Whai coming in with a good little record here for the season, so it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, two sides with good records going into this, both 12 and 5, just behind the top of the table, Auckland Tuatara, as you see there from the standings. The Tuatara with that 3-win advantage over these two sides, but both the Whai and the Saints with a game in hand. They need to win their remaining games, these two sides, to have a chance of upsetting the Tuatara at the top of the Rapid League for season 2026. These two sides have been exciting to watch. They met very recently, in fact, and it was a big win to the Tauranga Whai, 40-23 last Friday night in Tauranga. That followed back-to-back defeats for the Whai against the Bulls and the Tuatara. Here is their starting five: Thompson, Bazant, Hopoi, Kelly and Saxon. They score, and Thompson leads the way, 9.5 points per game, but all of their players contributed. Hopoi with 7 points per game as well. Bazant, captain, 6 points a game, who's a veteran of this league. Well, the Wellington Saints, they are down a few players. Obviously, very unfortunate news during the week that Braden Newley ruptured Achilles, but Mania, Mangalongo, Nonu, Robertson and Gold, their starting five this evening for coach Chris Tupu. So just the 6 players able to call on, along with Pilcher, for Tupu this evening, up against a very impressive Whai side, and certainly they'll go in with the upper hand here, but big night really ahead, isn't it, Troy, yeah, for this fight, for this Saint side? Yeah,
great opportunities as always with the Rapid League. The team that gets out to the quick start usually gets ahead. Going into the second half, we will look at Adana Robertson and Kiani Saxon for the player spotlight. Yeah, should be a great matchup.
Yeah, Adana Robertson off a big game on Sunday, of course, against Canterbury Rams in their 44-43 win. 16 points he had in that one. Well, Saxon, who's been doing it all, one of the top rebounders in Rapid League with 4.5 a game. Also 1.5 assists, 2.5 points per game as well for Kiani Saxon. So looking forward to that matchup, but good matchups all across the floor as we see our match officials, the crew chief, Callum Welsh, assistants, Sam Pan and Amy Jo Clark, all almost in readiness here for this one. Rapid League action in your school holiday hoops Saturday night at TSB Arena in Wellington.
Love the yellow uniforms.
Yeah, the Saints in their yellow, the Whai in the teal.
Very Phoenix.
It is very Phoenix. Yeah, that's what they've been repping all season in the Rapid League, the yellow. Of course, the Saints have their blue in NBL action. The Saints Rapid League side in this yellow. That's true Wellington colours.
Watch out for Jet Thompson. Leading scorer, all-time leading scorer for Whai.
All-time appearance maker as well.
Great back screen.
Good defense so far from the Saints. Gold taken on by Bazant, who gets to the hoop but can't finish. Saints clean it up. Robertson attacking the basket. And foul called. And Robertson will have an opportunity to earn them from the stripe.
Arthur Pilcher,
Pilcher, excuse me. Good strong drive to the rim.
Arthur loves playing in that transition space. Getting downhill, direct line. He needs to go ahead and dunk that, though.
Yeah, of course, thanks to Chemist Warehouse, They're supporting Basketball New Zealand's Hoops and Schools program. Want to get hoops for your school? Thanks to Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools, you could do so now. Applications are open for the Northland and Auckland regions on Monday. Check out how to apply at Basketball New Zealand's website. You can scan that QR code as well there. Robertson.
Whai happy to go under on the first one.
Munir for three. The back of the iron. Rebound eventually goes the way of the Whai. Bazant. Bring it up the floor.
Bit of a mix-up there on their coverage there, Wellington, but...
The Saints got away with one there.
Yeah, they dodged the bullet.
Wide open three for Hopoi. Doesn't go down.
Improved shooter this year, Cole. Had the privilege to interview him before the game.
You'll hear more from him later in our coverage ahead of the NBL game between the Mills Albert Wellington Saints and the Tauranga Whai. Benches set to play a big role in the NBL game later this evening, and those benches are on show here in Rapid League action. Gold. Now Munir, leading scorer for the Saints. Hand off to Robertson, who tried to just float it in off the front of the iron. Rebound to the Whai.
Both teams looking to push any opportunity they get.
Yeah, first basket thrown down by Kelly. 17-year-old for this Whai side. Good find from Bazant. And the fire on the board. Pilcher, Munir, Robertson. Back to Munir. Returns it to Robertson. Now drives. He's called for the double dribble.
A little bit of a shuffling of the feet there. Both teams seem to be happy switching most of their actions. So there was an attempt there to take advantage of that switch, but of no success. Great D there. Saints seem to be a little bit discombobulated with their switches at times.
Jet Thompson unfortunate not to get that to drop. Rebound Saints quickly down the other end. Pilcher again driving. Good patience from Arthur Pilcher and lays that one in. First field goal for the Saints.
Great job of playing off of 2 feet. Patient and strong.
Good hands. Good defense from Pilcher on Hopoi. Picks his pocket. Can he finish high off the glass? No good.
Arthur Pilcher just sort of falling over and chucking it up there, but
I think he wanted a foul there.
yes.
Arthur Pilcher. Instead, there's going to be a foul at the basket. And the Whai opportunity to go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. You see the replay. Pilcher was putting his hand up, asking for the foul.
Yes. I think they wanted to get the sub in. Referees read the play right, I guess.
A reminder of our fans MVP. If you want to get your vote in for who you think is the Sal's NBL fan MVP this season, scan that QR code to vote for who you think is your MVP of season 2026. A few contenders on show in Sal's NBL action here at TSB Arena later tonight, you would think.
Any favourite for you, Brenton?
Oh, obviously you're biased to the teams you see more often, obviously, so going to be the bias to the Saints, but I think not necessarily is the MVP, but Elijah Pepper is in the discussion. Sure. I think, and scoring, nearly 30 points a game, you've got to be in there, leading the league in steals as well. Carlin Davison, who we talk about every night.
That's my one.
Is always impressive. Just filling up the stat sheet. Maybe needs to score a bit more to be considered MVP.
Definitely needs to do so tonight.
Yeah, absolutely will need to. Another foul, this time on the fight. So Sam Gold will get a chance to go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Initial shot was missed. He got another opportunity, and then he was fouled as he went up for the layup.
Saints known as a tagging team, or what's known as jamming. So you'll see them moving forward on offensive shots to try and put pressure on the offensive rebound, as well as limit the transition defensively.
Rare two misses there from Chemist Warehouse stripe, and a strong move there by Opoi.
Quick decision, immediate catch and rip, low rip, got lower than Sam on that situation, was able to power through.
An impressive 17-year-old Opoi. Of course, you played a lot with his old man, or against his old man quite often as well.
A bit of both. One was particularly enjoyable, the other was not.
A real legend of this league, so that's for sure.
Yeah, great man. They've done a great job with their boys.
Nonu for three. Off the glass.
He's got a call there.
And the buzzer beat at 2. He'll take it. Big smile on his face, Mercury Nonu. As that puts the Saints in front at quarter time, 6-5. We see a replay of that there. Did well to gain some space, but the shot was a bit off the mark, but kissing off the glass, and then he'll take it. The Saints will take it as they raise a 2-point deficit to take a 1-point lead after the opening quarter here at TSB Arena in rapid league action. School holiday hoops on this Saturday night in the capital. These two very good sides in rapid league action. Troy scoring was a bit slow to start with, as we see the Sal's deal for this week. Valid until Tuesday. Make sure you scan the QR code or get the online code Sal's Cup 26 to take advantage of the large cupped pepperoni pizza from Sal's.
The Saints will be mindful of Sam Gold on 2 fouls. He's really their only significant big with the other guys out. So.
Yeah, no Braden Yulee, as I mentioned, also no Aubrey Chunga, who has a hip injury. Darius Latu wasn't selected as well, so a lot of those guys do a lot of rebounding usually.
And then in terms of matching up, like now you have, I don't know, on Cole, Hopoi, the matchups can be problematic. Can the Saints utilize their speed against the size of the five?
Yeah, travel there.
Just dragged his back foot there, didn't put the ball on the ground quick enough.
Yeah, took off too early. Saw the space, wanted to take it. Mercury Nonu.
Too eager.
Saxon working on Pilcher. The defense though from Pilcher, keeping him away from the basket. Might get it back here. Saxon working on Pilcher. Can't get the finish. Rebound Robertson. Pilcher bringing it up the floor. Nonu. Robertson.
Quite happy to switch all of the actions. Nice take.
Yeah. Draws a foul on another one of the fight.
I believe it was on.
Yeah, it was Jordi Hawata. Mania leads the Saints in 9 points per game, also 2.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, 21 steals as well. So some big games for the Saints in rapid league action in 2026.
and most likely get called upon tonight to fill some minutes. So I'm sure that's in the back of his mind.
Absolutely. Big evening for him.
There's some extended pressure here by the Saints. Yeah, the Saints all switchable on all actions, so you'll see a lot of that. Can Whai take advantage of the mismatch there?
Foot from Pilcher as Kelly was looking to find Saxon.
Yeah, these types of games, it's the team that can really establish the mismatch and go to it.
Good work from Manir, getting in the passing lane as well. Sticking with his active hands. Unable to hold it. Does go out of bounds, but just 10 seconds left on the shot clock for the fight.
It was the right idea for the Whai, just the pass. Should have been high.
Bazant for three. Ooh. That's good. Off the front of the rib. Drops.
Double step back. Bazant well known for a plethora of moves that he has in his bag.
Manir to the races, but can't finish down the other end. Now the Whai back with it. Off the ball foul as Saxon hits the deck.
What you might see now is the Whai's bigs looking to get out of screens early and get early seals, deep seals.
Yeah, because it was obvious when Gold was off the floor in particular, the height advantage was certainly with the Whai there, as head and hands from Josh Kelly. As he had caught that, he probably would have thrown it down.
Yes, those are coach killers.
Keelan Mangalongo bringing it down the floor. Slip, but kept hold of it. Finds Manir. Now Nonu, baseline, working on Bazant. Good strong move for Mercury Nonu. Opportunity to make it a three-point play. Good strength from the young man.
No one has a bit of a finesse, high athleticism type of player, but definitely putting some bulk on his frame. So
another of the 17-year-olds in action, and he does make it a three-point play. So Saints now up by 3, 11-8. Midway through this second quarter, as Nona this time with the extended pressure down the court, but called for the foul. It's his first.
Love that effort by Mercury, really trying to extend pressure, test himself, challenge himself defensively.
Saxon. Off to Bazant. Good dish to Kelly, and Kelly kisses it off the glass. 1-point ball game. Oh. Pinpoint pass, Pilcher to Manir. Now Gold, slash into the basket, spin move, throws it up. Doesn't drop, rebound Bazant.
Got a little bit dizzy on that spin move, I think. Left it a bit short.
Wade thought about the three, now is looking inside of Saxon, but good active hands from the Saints. The Whai continuing to ring the subs, bring in fresh players. They do have a full 7 to call on. The Saints just have the 6.
The Whai seem to be really liking reigniting the pick and roll. So multiple screens to confuse the D. .9 seconds on the shot clock. They got a layup last time.
And they get right under the basket again. This time Huata does hold it, but can't finish. Yeah. Saints get away with it again, really.
Yep, 4-point play. They should be familiar with that now.
Gold. Penetrating. There's another foul, I think, on Huata. No, it's on Kelly. That's his first. Because Huata already has a couple, as the Saxon. Gold with 2 for the Saints, who knocks down his first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And the second. Back to a 3-point ball game.
The Whai looking to set really high screens to try and loosen the defense a little bit.
Thompson going to work. Fouled this time as he put up the shot. Their leading scorer. 9.5 points per game. He had 13 points last week against the Saints to lead them in scoring. Very experienced player, as Troy mentioned, leading scorer, also I think leading appearance maker in rapid league action for the Whai. Jet Thompson, successful with his first.
Got the gold shoes on right there. I quite like those.
A reminder that the schedule is out for Tauihi, all starting Friday, September the 25th, with the defending champion Whai taking on the Kahu. Again, the QR code there for all the details of the Tauihi schedule for 2026. Coming soon here on Sky Sport. See a BNZ player timeout. Of course, thanks to BNZ, there are 5,000 tickets to school, sport and community groups to come along to see an NBL game. Scan the QR code on screen, fill out your group's details and grab your tickets to the big game. All thanks to BNZ. 38.7 seconds on the game clock in this first half.
A little bit of confusion here from the Saints. Let's see how they execute. This does seem to be a little bit of a different alignment.
Robertson. Nonu. Wade. Called for taking steps again.
I'm not sure about that one. Let's have a look. Yeah. A little shuffle there on his right foot.
Wade bringing it down the floor for the Whai. Thompson can't get it to drop. Good strong work under the basket from Hoiata. And he drops it in. And Whai now with a 1-point lead. Shot clock is turned off. Saints looking for that last shot to take the lead. Munir can't finish. And that'll do it for the first half here at TSB Arena in Wellington. 4 4-minute quarters, short breaks at halftime. We're back into it. Thompson outside to Kelly. Bazant, good pass for Kelly, and Kelly finishes. Good strong move, good interplay between Bazant and Kelly.
Again, you notice that they get out of the screens very quickly. They just what we call a touch screen. This messes with the switch a little bit. You touch, get out, and confuse the switch.
Mangalongo threw it up there. Big contact between Pilcher and Thompson. First foul on Pilcher. He's just trying to really slow him down.
Thought he had position there, needed to set his feet, but slightly too slow.
Bazant running the show here for the Whai. Patient in the paint, and then the fadeaway over Nonu is good. Must be so good for some of these younger players in the Whai to have Bazant, 30-year-old, 7th year in the league, to learn from.
Yeah, there's just so much juice for these young guys to extract from the veteran players, and I love how the Sal's NBL guys actually come and sit with the bench and get right involved.
Mania for 3. The back of the iron. But it was in time. The shot was off before the shot clock expired, but then strong rebound from Saxon. He's back running of the Whai.
Pace has picked up a little bit here for the Whai, which I think will suit them.
Another foul on the Saints as Robertson checking back in, and Nonu takes the seat. Horpoi to inbound.
Watch the quick screen.
Bazant penetrating and off the glass. Certainly score.
All created through their go screen and quick screen actions. So a go screen is usually guard to guard, like to like, but the person will come in for the screen and, like a ghost, be invisible and just sort of run through. Again, you're just trying to activate the coverage or confuse the defenders. Very effective against switches.
Wow. Good patience again from Horpoi, but wayward with the shot. But Poyata was there to pick up the scraps and lay it in. And it's been all Whai so far in this second half, midway through the third quarter. Saints need to stop the rot.
Offensive.
Gold taking on Horpoi and is called for the offensive foul.
Cole right there. Good belly swipes, pushing that ball nice and high.
Yeah, that clear push off with the forearm, wasn't it, from Gold?
Bit of frustration there from Sam. Cole doing a great job of creating that frustration.
It's an interesting matchup because Troy spoke to both of those young men pre-game. We'll hear more from them ahead of the NBL game later tonight here on Sky Sport.
The Spring Chickens. Both a little bit hesitant about being interviewed, but did a great job.
Mania for 3. Needed it. The Saints need something. Haven't been able to find a basket so far. With 3 minutes into this second half. This time it's Thompson, who's a scorer. That's for sure, laying it in. This run continues, 10-0.
Little flare at the end there on that shot.
In this quarter. Gold for 3. It doesn't drop. This time the rebound from Mangalongo. Back to Gold, and Gold gets the first field goal for the Saints of the second half.
Again, both teams jamming, tagging, so affords opportunities for offensive rebound.
Robertson's taken a bit of a fall. Bit of concern there a couple of the Saints. And he's back to his feet now, which is good to see. The young man. Foul on Kelly. So he joins Saxon and Hoyata with 2 fouls apiece for the Whai. Gold with 3 fouls now for the Saints. But he has to stay in. They need some height on the floor.
Yes.
Lanier. Inside to Gold. Loses the handle, but official saying it came off a Whai player. Whai can't believe it.
Number 32, Jay Kelly, just his level of activity and urgency. Yeah, very impressed.
Yeah, Josh Kelly has been very active in this ball game. 17 years of age. Along with Orpoi, 2 17-year-olds for the Whai, who get good minutes in Sal's NBL as well for Coach Lacey. Buzzer beater from Hoyata. Look good out of the hand, but doesn't drop. So the Whai will take a 9-point advantage into 3-quarter time. 24-15. That was a big quarter for the Whai, Troy, and really set themselves up here. They seem to, as you mentioned during the call, pick up the pace.
Yeah, their pace definitely picked up, and they were able to get second opportunities with that offensive presence. Their bigs doing a great job of getting on the glass and really pushing the Saints underneath the hoop.
Big thanks to Chemist Warehouse providing all the stats for every game of Sal's NBL and Rapid League. And Kelly and Bazant leading the way with 7 points apiece for the Whai. They are the game's leading scorers. Nonu still with 6 for the Saints. Well, just the 4 players have scored of the 6 for the Saints. Well, we've had 5 score for the Whai. One of the differences, as we see some of the Tauihi. Of course, the Queens. There'll be an action from September as well. And looking forward to see the Queens in action later on, and Tauihi action from September. Of course, it all starts on the 25th, Friday, with the defending champion Whai taking on the Kahu. 10-2 the previous quarter for the Whai. The Saints are going to need that to come out with this game. It's going to need a big final 4 minutes. Good defensive work. There's a block, first of the game from Saxon.
Just stayed on the floor until he knew that Hassan was off the ground, so timed it great.
Wade inside the paint. Layup doesn't work the first time. Gets his own rebound. Doesn't drop the second time either. Bit of tension from Nonu. Whai somehow still with it. Horpoi, Wade, Bazant slows it down. Shot clock down to 5.
He's dangerous in this position.
For 3. Off the backboard. Does the shot count? It does. It was off in time. As that shot did not get the rim.
Did not.
Good quick work. I think it was from Wade under the basket. He's now on the score sheet too. Whai extend their lead. There's a replay of that one. Yeah, just off the backboard, but just in time before the light went off, releasing that one, Wade.
Let's see if Whai protect the lead.
Bazant, a quick basket. I think they'll just keep doing what they've been doing, won't they? Yep. No need to slow it down. Keep working on the defensive end as they have.
Some English football fans might be familiar with the slow it down, get ahead, slow it down strategy. Yeah,
not working. The 3-point play work from Mangalongo, and then Pilcher with a quick basket as well. Cuts the deficit to 8. Need more stops though, the Saints. as well as continuing to score. Bazant attacking the basket.
Too easy for
automatic from there. He now has 11. Mania to Nonu, who finishes well. Despite a bump.
It took the legs away there by going through the chest.
Pilcher blocking foul on Bazant, who's trying to dribble down the sideline. Second on Pilcher. As Bazant earns himself a break.
Yeah, and Whai just rolling in subs. And you look down at the Saints bench and there's only one person there. You know, you've got to deal with the injuries. Such a variation of problem solving that coaches and teams have to consider in the Rapid.
Yeah, certainly used their full complement very well. All valuable members of this Whai Rapid League side.
Great job.
Good work from Nonu. First active hands and throwing it down. Mercury Nonu as well, showing his athleticism. Why not, young man? Now Kelly, another 17-year-old going to work. More old-fashioned style.
Yeah, just back him down, bury him. And easy over the left shoulder, baby hook.
Nonu working on Huata. Can't get the finish. Nonu now has 10. Kelly now has 9. As we have a minute to play in this one now.
Saints slight chance. A couple of threes. Quick one here.
And Ned stops down the other end as well.
They still have their player timeout. Oh. Okay.
Well, sportsmanlike there called. So Pilcher will get a chance to shoot 3. Well, this will help, certainly if he can knock down free throws from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Put the mockers on, of course. First one off the front of the iron.
Better follow
Second
through.
is all good.
Really followed through on that shot from Arthur, made sure.
So 2 shots and the ball. The unsportsmanlike called. It knocks down the second.
3-possession game here, they need to score.
Mania, quick 3. Off the back of the iron. That would have been a big play. Doesn't go their way. The Whai with it. Got the 7-point advantage. Wade working on Gold. Off the glass and drops it in. Good work from the guard. Now Nonu back down the other end. Knows he needs a quick basket. Quick handoff to Robertson. A good finish.
Early easy pass from space there from Mercury Nonu. Saw the help side come over and just quick touch pass.
Kelly. Back to Wade. Good active hands from Pilcher. Can he throw it down? So it's with a layup.
Saints extending here.
Need a steal. Pilcher couldn't get it, so quick foul.
Wellington running out of gas and running out of time. Whai just looking to inbound the ball.
Player timeout called. I think against the wishes of the coaching staff.
I think he communicated only if you need it. I'm not sure if they needed it.
Of course, the BNZ player timeout. Thanks to BNZ, there are 5,000 tickets to school, sport and community groups to come along to see an NBL game. Scan the QR code on screen, fill out your group's details and grab your tickets to the big game. All thanks to BNZ. Ball point, Wade. Just looking to protect the ball, keep it away from the Saints, force them to foul, and they do.
That's his fourth foul.
Probably should have fouled a little earlier. I think he was trying to.
Yeah, I think he was trying to. First is good from Wade. Going to close this one out for Whai. Their 13th win. Knocks down the second to keep the pressure on the top of the table. Tuatara have all but sewn up Rapid League, but you know, stranger things could happen. Still games in hand for the Whai.
Yeah, I like them. They work hard, they run, they seem to be executing.
Player timeout this time called by the Saints, so they can advance the ball.
Might see Mercury coming off of a back screen.
Yeah, quick three. Hope you fouled and get the ball back. Another three. That's pretty much what they need. Instead, no. Obviously not what they were trying to run.
Well, smart, just immediately foul as Hassan was looking to drive. So now they have to run the same play, so that Whai should be prepared.
Pilcher this time going inside and finishing before the buzzer, but that's the game. Tauranga Whai with an impressive win. They double up on the Saints for Rapid League season 2026, 36-31. They beat the Saints here on their home floor, TSB Arena in Wellington. So that's 2 wins over the Saints in 8 days. They won on their home floor in big way, 40-23. Now a 5-point game here. It was close at the half, Troy McLean, but all the damage done in the third quarter for the Saints' point of view, and the Whai were very impressive as we talk through the stats at the same time.
Yeah, I think overall the Whai were just great on the offensive glass in terms of their presence there with their size. Bazant, the vet that he is, leading the way points-wise with 11. And very impressed with Jay Kelly and his 9 points. Pretty spread scoring as well. Yeah, the Whai would be very happy with that win.
Big 6 rebounds from Mike Wade as well. Gold leading the way with 4, Mangalonga with 3, Saxon with 4, and Bazant with 3 also for the Whai. But a real team effort on the boards, and they certainly won that battle. Menier with 3 assists for the Saint. Bazant with a key couple. That was in their big run in the third quarter. Wade and Porpoy also with 1. Saxon with that block that we saw the third quarter after no blocks were made in the first 8 minutes of action. And the steals all going the way of the Saints. So smaller guards, active hands, Pilcher, Nonu with a couple apiece, and they had big games with 10 points as well for the hometown Wellington Saints. But it wasn't their night, it was for the Tauranga Whai. They improved their record to 13-5 for season 2026. They come out with a 5-point win, 36-31 over the Wellington Saints. We'll be back in around 10 minutes or so for Sal's NBL action. The Mills Albert Wellington Saints taking on the Northern Group Phi. No mai haere mai, and welcome to TSB Arena in Wellington as we get set for round 15 school holiday hoops action in the Sal's NBL between the hometown Mills Albert Wellington Saints and the visiting Northern Group 5 from Tauranga. Very much looking forward to this matchup. The Saints sitting in 4th on the ladder as we fast approach the finals. The Whai in 7th, but in destiny in their own hands as far as finals go. I'm Brenton Vinasroy. With me in commentary is 6-time NBL champion Troy McLean. And I think this game is going to be a bit different. It's not going to be about the starting fives. It's going to be about the benches to see really who decides this one, because the Saints are a bit undermanned, Troy. And what we saw from Rapid League action, they've got a pretty impressive bench to the Whai.
Yeah, with Jordan Hunt out, as well as Isaiah Liafa, particularly Jordan, what he does with the rebounding and how he contributes there, that it's going to be a big loss for them.
I just saw the poll for Your Shout, so go to Your Shout to vote, or scan that QR code when it is on screen to get your vote for who you think will win tonight's game. Is it going to be the hometown Saints, or is it going to be the visiting Whai? Of course, they are also the Saints without Braden Yulee, who ruptured his Achilles last week here at TSB Arena. As we see the table, so the Tuatara out on top, closely followed by the Southern Sharks, Rams, Saints, Nuggets and Jets. So the top 4 are all sorted, just don't know the order yet. The Nuggets secure in 5th, 6th place up for grabs. The Whai, if they win their last 3 games, guaranteed 6th place. All starts here tonight at TSB Arena. If they lose, it's wide open. Everyone but the Hawke's Bay Hawks can still get 6th place, that final place in the Sal's NBL finals. And we've got some big fixtures still to come this round and next as well in school holiday hoops. So it's the Rams Tuatara. That's a big game to decide finals placings in that top 4 tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and then also at 5 p.m. tomorrow as the Franklin Bulls and the Taranaki. 2 sides still fighting for that 6th place. Winner of that stays alive. The loser, probably, that is their season done as finals goes. And then the Whai and the Saints in action early next week in the final round of this Sal's NBL 2026 season. So the Whai come here with a very much a point to prove after a big defeat to the Saints last week. Stoddard, Murray, Tarangi, Ngatai and Rosetto are their starting 5. But our Troy McLean put up with one of their bench players in Cole Hawpoi.
Hey Cole, welcome to Wellington, brother. Hey, what have you learned so far this year off of some of your veteran players, particularly Jordan Ngatai and Ruben Tarangi?
Yeah, they just provide a lot of insight into how to prepare for games. I feel like obviously coming off the game that we just lost, just turning it around, next play mentality, next game mentality is good for us. So just coming into this game fresh and just ready to go.
Nice. And a little bit of desperation in the group right now, considering you guys have to win out. What's the goal and the focus this evening?
I think I see they're a bit undermanned, so just pushing in trans, trying to just wear them down and just play quick. Got a lot of young guys ready to come in and make impact, so just wearing them down and just playing fast.
Nice. Appreciate you, man. Good luck for the game.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Thoughts there of Cole Hawpoi, impressive young player, son of a gun, of course, from this league, as well as dad, a great player in the Sal's NBL. Averaging 4.5 points a game, a couple of rebounds, impressive contributor in their Rapid League side earlier this evening. And Troy McLean, one who will no doubt have a big game to play if the Whai to get up this evening.
Yeah, if anything from the Rapid is to go by, their bigs dominating the glass 19 to 11, so the Saints got to do a really good job of keeping that size off the glass, Cole being one of those.
As we see the Saints starting 5, Elijah Pepper, top scorer in the league, of course. Davison, who does a bit of everything. Ingram, Harris, who missed the first half of the season, and Alea. A very strong starting 5, but It's on the bench where their depth is certainly going to be tested. As Troy mentioned, no Jordan Hunt tonight. He gives you 11.5 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 2 assists, a block and a half.
Yeah, he's going to be someone who the Saints have to do a good job of supplementing, and Sam Gold will be the one that fits into that space.
And Sam Gold is who Troy McLean caught up with pre-game.
Hey Sam, up against the fight tonight, and coming off a loss against the Rams. How's the preparation been so far this week?
A lot of preparation, attention to detail. Had a harsh look at what we needed to work on, and then I think, today is going to be a good example of what we can do. I think it'll be exciting.
I've observed you with your brother working out. How has that all been?
It's good. It's good to have him home for a little bit. Get those ones back in. But he leaves in a few days, so it'll be good to see him go. But it's been good to have him home. We're all good.
Yeah. Nice. I heard you got a win.
Yeah, I got a win, man. He told you that?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. He's pretty sour about that, but I got a win.
Good.
Nice one.
Good luck for the game, brother.
Sam Gold there, going to be a key part of this bench squad for the Mills Albert Wellington Saints, averaging 3 points per game, 2 rebounds per game. Probably going to be take on some of that workload that Jordan Hunt has done this season, but he's out with a calf injury, along with Isaiah Liafa, along with Aubrey Chunga, Raiden Yulee as well, as we see some of the key matchups there, Troy.
Yeah, Hiram Harris versus Jordan Natai, both really great, versatile players, good defenders. So it's going to be a matchup to watch. Both very strong, athletic.
Yeah, the scoring there, an important stat as well. Almost 100 points per game, the Saints. Well, see if the Phi can stick with that or limit that scoring firepower, as we see crew chief tonight, Marty Davison, assistants Callum Welsh and Sam Pan, officials for this evening. Is all in readiness now for this game. School holiday hoops in the Sal's NBL, penultimate round action. Phi have it all in their own hands. If they can hand the Saints another home defeat, great chance getting 6th spot.
I think the Saints really need to do a good job of keeping them off the glass, but at the same time being able to sustain a pace that the Saints play at with limited subs might be problematic. If the Fly can capitalize on that, then they have a chance. But we will see. They should be in desperation mode, high level and sense of urgency. It's win or go home for the Fly. So.
Yeah, not so much to play for the Saints, of course. Can get up to probably 3rd on the ladder, locked into 4th. Otherwise, can't drop to 5th. So they're going to be hosting that first round game in the playoffs. Whether it's 3rd or 4th, there's a chance to get your vote. Who you think's going to win tonight? The Saints 76%, the Phi 24% at the moment. Is that QR code. The Saints, of course, 14-point victors last Friday night in Tauranga. But as we mentioned in the pre-game, Saints down a couple of players since then. Jordan Hunt, the big one, questionable yesterday, ruled out today. As we're all ready to go. Anzac Rossetto against Akesh Alia on the tip. It's the Phi with first use of the ball. It's the Australian Stoddart. Tarangi. Rossetto. Murray for 3. Doesn't drop. Strong rebound. Davison. And the Saints get running. Unsure if that was a shot or a pass.
Carlin Davidson could have more than 15 rebounds tonight with less bodies out there.
Yeah, we called upon, no doubt, to play extra minutes. Everyone's going to have to step up with Jordan Hunt out.
Saints much more aware of the back screen on that out of bounds play. Tane Murray. Now they switch it up. Do a triple screen for Ngatai.
Veteran tall black.
This is a matchup that the Whai might like. Maybe boomerang back to Ngatai. Nope, they'll stay with Ruben.
Stoddart. Back now to Ngatai. Penetrates.
Not sure who tipped that in.
Might have been Davison. All counts, though, for the fight. They're on the board first here tonight. They're giving it to Rosetto. Lear. We see that so often in the corners, don't we? Players not quite sure where their feet are. Lear, the guilty party this time.
He's sandwiching up the floor. Great job from the Saints. Just surprised the fight there with a sandwich defensive situation, just making it really tough for them to inbound the ball.
Yeah, great pressure from the Saints there off the inbounds pass, and Alir got hands to it and then was fouled. Alir for three. It's good, nothing but net. Saints open their account for the evening.
It's a good start from Alir. Stretch the floor now.
Ngatai to answer.
Little push in the back there from Hiram.
See a rebound of the three to get the Saints going this evening. Lear, the top of the horn. Nothing but net. Ngatai tried to respond, able to do so, but Murray does.
Tane Murray and Elijah Pepper, very similar type players. They look for the jump shot.
Yeah, looking forward to that matchup. Yeah. As Alir throws it down. We've seen some highlight reel dunks from him already this season. Around the horn they go. Rosetto from the top. Off the front of the iron. Rebound Harris. But then thrown away. And Tauranga finishes.
Great defense there by Anzac Rosetto, just being there.
Chance to relive that dunk from Alir. Great find from Harris.
Both teams do a really good job of cutting off the ball into space, affording opportunities to get nice open looks.
Tauranga for three, no good. Rebound Ingram.
The Saints don't want to be giving up too many of those to Ruben.
Davison bringing the ball up the floor, as you often see him do, and going coast to coast. Carlin Davison.
So scary going downhill. You give him space, he's going to eat real estate and get to the hoop, being so athletic.
No time call for goaltending, Davison.
Something to be mindful of when you hit the backboard.
There's Stoddart there. Guard for Whai, penetrating. Pepper, lovely spin move in the paint. And the finish.
Such a strong player. Gets his shoulder into the chest and then just rolls off you.
Lovely shot from Murray.
Elijah Pepper immediately putting his hand up to the coaching staff of the Saints, letting them know it's my fault. I think he's just
Gave a
letting
bit
them,
too much respect there, I think.
giving them too much space, more space than what I'm sure the scout has said.
He can certainly shoot Tay Murray, that's for sure. Both of those players can in that matchup.
Pass.
Lovely pass from Davison to Alea. Alea can't finish. Davison, who had 12 dimes last week against the Fight.
And Aaron Young making the case that the basket interference. Yeah.
And goaltending is called, so he gets the dime. Yes. Carlin Davison, that's what he's happy about.
Yes. Great job here from Coach Young. You want to put a little pressure on referees. He showed his appreciation to the referee of changing the calls. That very rarely happens.
So Alea at the Chemist Warehouse stripe will eventually shoot one because they paid the basket goaltending.
Strong start by Alea, 8 points. Under 4 minutes, great job.
Davison putting pressure on his Tall Blacks teammate. And Ngatai steps in the backcourt. Ngatai wanted a foul on Davison. That's one of the great things about this league's Tall Black teammates going head to head.
As you mentioned before, tip-off of Brenton, there were very similar styles and very similar systems. So Carlin really reading that play.
Yeah, it's going to be about who executes better, isn't it? As Harris baskets waved away.
2 calls, Callum. That's soft.
Matt Lacey unhappy with a couple of calls going against the Fight last few moments. Ingram going to work. Here's his pocket picked by Tarangi. And Murray bringing it up the floor. Saxon into the game. Alea with active hands, knocking it off Murray, he thought, but officials say no. Went straight out of bounds off Alea. Will remain 5 ball. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Tied game.
It's aggressive on their coverages. Not that one there though. They were just falling into our drops and was able to get a piece of the ball.
Yeah, Bazant unable to finish after penetrating. He's checked into the game as well. So a couple of those Rapid League players, a couple of that bench squad for the Fire already in the game as Sam Gold also checks it. Chance to vote for your MVP, the Sal's NBL fan MVP. Go scan that QR code to vote now. Let us know who you want to be named Sal's NBL MVP for 2026. Hiram Harris trying to go behind the back with the pass.
Ngatai saw it coming.
Those two played a lot with and against each other in this league.
Ngatai gave a little messy kick.
That's Ngatai, part of the championship squad last season with the Saints. Bazant open for 3. Short. Davison with the rebound and he's running. Pass Bazant, who then fouled him.
Those compound mistakes. Not that the air ball was a mistake. Just didn't have his feet set. But
Jet Thompson checks into the game for Ngatai. 2 early fouls on Rossetto for the Fire. Will be a concern for Coach Lacey. As good dish from Ingram finds Harris, who finishes in the rim.
the Whai find themselves on 4 fouls too, so bonus next foul.
And only midway through this first period. Murray for 3, short. Harris tries to bring back the rebound, but pressure from Saxon. And the official saying it was off the young Whai.
It's a good matchup with Harrison and Saxon.
Davison. Now the Pepper. We can go to work. Spin move again, fade away. Inside the arc, he is automatic.
He's pretty impressive. So strong, elevates so high. Loves the spin. Just give him a little bit of light, and he's cash.
Going up against a tall black as well, and Tane Murray, good player. 2 internationals going at it, a boomer and a tall black. What you love to see in Sal's NBL action.
Saints would be upset with that in terms of their coverage. They against the Spain action. They had a complete breakdown there.
Pepper working baseline. This time has kick it out. Goes round the horn to Davison. One-on-one with Thompson. Fade away jumper. Short. And now an opportunity here for the fight as Murray taking on Davison. And Davison says, not in my house.
No. Davidson. Carlin just extremely athletic.
I can see it in Murray's eyes. He hesitated for a moment when he realized it was Carlin Davison as well. He's like, I don't know if this is a good idea.
You have to, at some stage, create contact, try and take the athlete's legs away, but in that case, Carlin, beautiful timing.
And we'll see a replay of that moment. Beautifully done. Does it all with the Saints side, as we said pre-game.
Got him down for a triple-double today.
I think our last call he had a triple-double, didn't he?
He did, his first of the season.
And he's 15th in the league in rebounds, 4th in assists. He's 8th in steals, along with 13.5 points per game. Unlucky not to drop there from Saxon. And the block, another one from Davison, but the Saints unable to pick up the loose ball. Still with the fight. 2 or 2 left on the shot clock, and Murray manages to work it perfectly and finish.
Tane Murray just looking like he's maturing really, really well.
He is 8 now, Tane Murray. Nice work straight down the other end.
Yeah, right back at you from Elijah.
Top scorer in the league, of course. Patience from Murray. And drains the 3.
He is on fire.
He now has 11. Leads all scorers.
Don't think he's missed.
Keani Saxon running the floor, and then ran into Carlin Davison. Chance for players to make a few changes. Davison again bringing the ball off the floor. Saints getting into their half-court defense. Davison trying to find Aaliyah. Aaliyah losing the handle, and he apologizes to Davison. He knew it was on. He leads the Saints scoring Aaliyah. He is 8.
It was the right idea, just the poor execution.
Arthur Pilcher checking in for the Saints, looking to slow down Nick Stoddard.
Sam Gold going to be very, very useful in terms of plugging some of those holes. Again, they run the Spain.
Stoddard taking on Pilcher and finishing. With 3 of the bench squad, the Rapid League team, on the floor for the Saints now, and Pilcher, Robertson and Gold. Ingram was flying it up for Pilcher to get. Lost the handle, though. It's two straight down this end where they haven't been able to keep hold of the ball. Couple of turnovers. Fire back with it. They lead by one.
Right idea, just poor execution.
Stoddart working inside. Throwing it up from the baseline as he drew the contact. Get a chance to earn them the hard way from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
The Saints haven't really capitalized on the bonus as well. Not as aggressive in these last 5 minutes.
Of course, Chemist Warehouse supporting Basketball New Zealand's Hoops in Schools program. You want to get hoops for your school? Thanks to Chemist Warehouse Hoops in Schools, you could do so now. Applications open for Northland and Auckland regions on Monday. Make sure you check out how to apply at Basketball New Zealand's website. Scan that QR code that was on screen to find out more. All thanks to Chemist Warehouse. The Fire extend their lead. Ingram trying to find Pilcher. Good defense by the Fire. Get in that passing lane. Timeout called by the Saints. Few things for Aaron Young to go over there. Well, we talked about it pre-game, didn't we, that the bench would be key in this game, and as soon as those bench changes were made, the Fire came more into this game as we see the opportunity to check out the Tauihi schedule, which is out for 2026, all starting Friday, September the 25th. The defending champion Fire taking on the Kahu. Scan that QR code to find out more about the Tauihi schedule starting soon, 2026. But that bench is going to be so important, and some big minutes. Obviously, Rossetto with the 2 early fouls, and Saxton's come in and hasn't looked out of place for the Fire.
Yeah, we got Cole Hopoy as well coming in, and Kelly. Yeah, they've got a good run of bigs that they can just continue to flow into the game, whereas Saints have Sam Gold. So Carlin Davidson, Hiram, they're all going to, and the guards for the Saints will all have to come in and chip in areas where they will need to, particularly in the rebounding.
Yeah, all to cover the absence of Jordan Hunt. If you've just joined us, out tonight with a calf injury. Saints only down by a couple, though. Leah Harris between the ball, between their legs pass, but then called for the foul straight after it.
Just sort of shuffled a little bit after he went between the legs. A little bit unfortunate.
As the Saints have their starting 5 back on the floor. The Fire do, apart from Rossetto, who's still sitting with those 2 fouls, and Saxon deputising in his place.
Anzac has a bit of a problem with his fouls. He averages around 4 fouls a game.
Yeah, fouled out last Friday from memory.
Great block.
Saxon somehow gets it back, throws it out to Tarangi. Can't convert from 3. And a big rebound from Davison. Wow. Coast to coast again.
He almost put Saxon down, but Saxon recovered. Carlin was still able to finish with a beautiful outside the shoulder line left hand layup.
You see a replay, excuse me, of that block from Akesha Lear. It came from nowhere. Saxon thought he had an open dunk. Going from weak side, Lear.
Great recovery.
There's Tarangi now at the line.
Always good for a shooter to get a couple from the line. Get your eye in there.
Yeah, they've been quiet so far. Had a big game against Saints last Friday. 30 points to lead the Fire in scoring. Just 4 so far, but hasn't needed to, with Tane Murray leading all scorers with 11. Harris throwing it up for a layer, but got a touch of a 5-player, and Tarangi now running the floor. Straight into Harris. And Tarangi going to be called for the foul.
Hiram doing a great job of just giving space, and then once Tarangi put his head down, he was able to establish position, get his chest in front. These players know each other very well, so it's no surprise.
Yeah, played countless minutes against each other in scrimmages for the Tall Blacks as well. Pepper for 3. Oh, I thought it was going to drop it. It doesn't. Tarangi with the rebound.
That's a good look. Good look there by Elijah.
Tarangi loses the handle, and who picks it up? Davison, but then he loses it himself, and then goes down in some agony. Whai still with it. Gets back up. He's limping. Trying to run that ankle off. Now Murray attacks. Good defense by Alea. Shot clock violation. Can the Saints get the quick shot? Half-court shot is waved away from Tarangi, not off in time. But the Whai with a couple of point lead here at quarter time. It's the Northern Group Whai 24 leading the Mills Albert Wellington Saints 22.
You guys ready? And 3, 2, 1, go! Eli and Floyd get 1 for 1. And the flip box as well. Light work. Let's go, Eli. Let's go, Floyd. Cheer them on, folks. Eli's got his box. So does Floyd. Light work for these two. 2 more. Wearing a Heat t-shirt. Oh, yeah. One break. Let's go. Too easy, you two. Too easy. Well, they get their 5. Okay, keep going, again. Only got 5 ticks though. That one's done. Give it up for Eli Floyd, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to Sal.
Welcome back to TSB Arena in Wellington as we get set for the second quarter of this one. Penultimate round action in the Sal's NBL between the Mills Albert Wellington Saints and the Northern Group Whai. As we see the Sal's offer this week, $35 large cupped pepperoni pizza. Online code scan here, otherwise use the code SALSCUP26. That's valid until Tuesday. Make the most of that, all thanks to our great friends at Sal's. Ingram for 3. Doesn't drop. So look, as they look to start straight out of the quarter.
Saints will be upset with 10 turnovers right now.
10 turnovers.
10
wow.
turnovers. 3 for Harris.
I'd say upset is putting it mildly, Troy.
Yeah. And then also offensive rebounds. The Whai have 5, which is too many for a quarter.
Yeah, when you look at that and only down to 2, you're like, that's quite amazing.
Yes.
Usually 10 turnovers. You expect to be down by double digits.
Pass.
And throwing it down is Hopoi. 17-year-old. Great pass from Stoddart to him. And he obliged.
Great job of dealing with the trap there.
Harris working on Haupai. Let's see a replay of the Haupai throwing it down. Here it is. Great patience from Stoddart, and then finding the open Haupai running the floor. The young man threw it down.
Young players out there watching that play. The hook pass. Wonderful pass to work on.
Alia for three, no good. Remains a 1-point game in the Fi's favour.
Fi seem to be very happy to let Alia shoot the ball.
Which is surprising. He's certainly shown his range, but
I think out of everyone else, maybe.
It's been interesting that Davison is sitting at the moment, because right at the end of the first quarter, he took a knock. You think it was to his knee, Troy, and he did look in pain. Let's hope he is okay.
May have extended or hyperextended his knee.
Certainly can't afford to lose him for the game, let alone the rest of the season. Very key player for the Wellington Saints 2026. Was a long-time member of the Taranaki years, part of the Sales NBL All-Star 5 last year. Davison, as Murray continues to light it up here at TSB.
He's feeling it. And they're looking for him too.
Ingram slicing to the basket, can't finish. Rebound Pepper, who drops it in. Up and over Murray. He now has 8 points, Pepper, alongside Akesha Lear for the Saints. Bizan. Kisses it off the glass.
Great deceleration there, and just hangs in the air on one foot. Wait for the defense to drop and use that glass.
Alia, Ingram, for three, it's good, up and over Murray.
Look at the shiny silver shoes.
Yeah, they're blinding. Yes. Shouldn't have looked at them. Bazant, Haupai, taking on Pilcher, can't finish. Alia now running the floor.
I'd like to see Cole aggressive.
Pepper splits through two Fi defenders, gets to the basket. Timeout called.
Good timeout.
Good run by the Saints. Pepper, there he is, picks through two, then beats another. Lovely layup. And when he's inside that arc, he doesn't miss.
Yeah, I think Matt Lacey just not wanting to exchange baskets with the Saints. Probably going to talk more about the defensive end. Also afforded him some time to talk to the referees, which I'm sure he had some pleasantries to exchange.
He had a quick chat to them, that's for sure. Pepper now with 10 for the Saints. Murray continually leading all scorers with 14. Well, Alia has 8, as is Ingram now as well for the Saints. He's had a good start to the second quarter.
Multiple players on both teams can score in bunches. Tarangi. But Tane Murray right now leading the way.
Davison back on the floor for the Saints. Unsure if he's had any attention, but neither knee is strapped or anything like that, so it's a great sign. It's a good sign. Ngatai bringing up the ball up the floor for the visiting Fi. Tarangi, Tall Black's teammate. Saxon trying to find the Fi's third Tall Black, and Murray, and does. Murray for three. In front of the iron. Another big board, Davison. Pepper running the floor. Out to Ingram. Touch pass to Pilcher from the corner for three. No good. Hiram Harris scrapped for the rebound, but finds its way to Ngatai, who runs the floor. Can't finish. But Saxon can. Giving them some good minutes off the bench, Keani Saxon, with Rosetto with early foul trouble.
Great work rate. Versatile.
Ingram, 3. It's good. Lining it up this quarter.
Saving some positions here for the Saints. Haven't really been able to execute, get anything out of their offense, but
Tauranga to the basket. Has fouled in the act of shooting. Get a chance to earn them from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
The Five going with the bigger guard lineup and putting Jed off the ball, Jed Thompson off the ball, and having Ngatai and Ruben Tarangi advance the ball. They get into sort of a handoff action, head tap type action, and then initiating their offense. Very difficult to guard.
Successful with the first, Tarangi. As Anzac Rosetto will check back in for the fight, giving Tauranga a break after that trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Davison gets going. Corner to Ingram. Another assist for Ingram. For Davison, excuse me. Another 3 for Ingram.
That was a bit of a heat check. Oh, back at you.
Yeah, Murray, who's been doing it all game. He now has 17. Wow. He's still got 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Well on track for 40, Tane Murray, if not 50. There's Davison.
It's a shootout
with a deep
TSB.
3. Can the Fi get another one? This time Murray going inside the paint, where he's met by a couple of Saints players, one of them being Alana Robertson, who got all of Murray there. He's called for the blocking foul. You see a replay of that one there.
They both got the ball.
So Murray to now add to his points haul from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Alana Robertson in front of us, still haunched over. Took a real knock from Murray.
They are never pleasant.
Yeah, hopefully he's just winded. There he is. Robertson now able to get to his feet with good sign. Two more points for Tane Murray. Davison, spin move to get rid of Rosetto. Slightly wayward pass, which Ingram got to and then lost the handle.
Kind of the trade-off that you have to make with the Saints. They play fast, but at times can be out of control. So you're wanting to really balance that.
Murray finds Saxon, who's double teamed, so good pass out of that double team from Saxon. Now penetrating is Ngatai, can't get the shot to drop, but foul called on Aaliyah.
Ngatai's very crafty. He's got this, what's called a panoi step, where you sort of punch the ball on your gather step, which makes the defense respond and jump. He's done that twice so far.
Of course, Poirier his own, very familiar with this floor. The Wellington Saints, an absolute veteran in this league.
The Prince of Pizza.
Yeah, that's right. Very key player for this Fi, and obviously key player for the Tall Blacks as well.
Had the chance to talk to him pre-game and just observing him talk about his kids. Great father. Amazing man.
Robertson, with the ball up the floor for the Saints. Gives off to Harris, his captain. And strong work with Harrison. They wave away the basket though. No, they will. Thought for a moment they were going to say it was before he went up for the shot.
Hiram is just a lead at that overcross there, getting the defense to respond by attacking that outside foot.
So a chance to make it 3-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Hiram Harris. And he does convert. Nartai. Rosetto. Closely guarded by Lear. Tried to find Murray. Is saying it came off a Saint. Well, Murray thought it did. That's not how the officials saw it.
Official saying that he picked the ball up before he crossed the half.
I'll see a replay of this here, which he probably did.
Head control.
Yeah. Good call by the officials. And turnover against the Phi this time. Harris. Ingram. Davison, now Aaliyah. Now Pepper. Good defense on him from Nartai. Turnover against Pepper this time. Shot clock violation. Even though he's got 10 points, they've done a pretty good job on him so far, the fight. He had 30 against them last Friday night, which is pretty much his average for the league, so no shame on the Phi for conceding 30 against Elijah Pepper. Tauranga showed good patience, but even better patience with Aaliyah. Blocked that one. To the races is Pepper. Can't finish, but he is fouled.
He is elite at being able to create contact and get a shot off.
And then he's very good at the line. 80-odd% for the season, Elijah Pepper. And he makes quite a few trips as well. Because as you say, Troy does very good at drawing the contacts, especially in the act of shooting. Gets a chance to shoot a couple from the Chemist Warehouse stripe or convert a 3-point play. This time the former. 2 more baskets for Elijah Pepper. He now has 12. Ingram leading the Saints with 14.
Nartai showing his versatility by being able to handle the ball up the floor.
Murray trying to find Tauranga, and hand in there from Davison, right in that passing lane.
Davison's knee doesn't seem to be bothering him at all, which is great news. It's always a showtime moment when he's on the floor, the possibility of it anyway.
Yeah, took a knock late in that first quarter. If you've joined us late, it wasn't on the floor at the start of the second, and we thought maybe he had injured one of his knees, but doesn't look like it. Well, not serious enough to keep him off the floor anyway. Bazan going to work on Harris, then outside to Murray, who's closely guarded by Davison. Great work by Davison. Tough shot for Murray, and he can't get it to drop.
It's a great matchup.
Davison now for 3. It's good. He loved that too. Timeout called by the Phi.
If Carlin can make his threes, he's a problem. Like, Phi will have to discuss making maybe adjustments, although probably wouldn't over respond right now.
And he now has 10 on the night, Carlin Davison, along with everything else he does, filling up that stat sheet for the Saints. And a very good second quarter this, Troy McLean for the home side. Of course, they trailed only by a couple at quarter time. And keeping hold of the ball was obviously a big thing for Coach Aaron Young, but they've done everything, executed a lot better than they did in that first period.
Yeah, they just seem poised. Nothing really shakes. Nothing really has shook them for the game so far. But you know, once you get the opportunities for consistent possessions, you're able to string together some points.
So from 2 points down to now being 9 up are the Saints. 3 minutes and change remaining in this first half here at TSB Arena. School holiday hoops in the Sal's NBL. An ultimate round. We edge closer to the finals. The Saints entrenched in that top 4, while the Phi in a real battle for that 6th and final playoff spot. A win will really keep it all in their hands. A loss will benefit all the other teams in the battle for that 6th spot. Currently held by Jets, but the Phi, if they won out their last 3 games, they would be 6th. Only team that can get to 9 wins on the season. 3 is no good from Ngatai, and a ridiculously athletic rebound from Davison. And back down the other end, he lays it in.
Yeah, amazing, just give and go, got it back. But that rebound was...
I know, do you do highlights for rebounds?
You should.
When they're Carlin Davison. He just got so high.
Unbelievable. He did get cooked there just then on
Maybe still thinking about his nice moments. There's Pepper now for 3 after answers that Tarangi layup.
Fire need to...
I think they want to slow it down, don't they?
Yeah.
And here comes the replay of the rebound. Might be a Sal's NBL first.
On the rebound. Very good.
And then from coast to coast, Carlin Davison. Beautiful work. Great dish to find him as well. Wayward pass there. Somehow the Saints keep hold of it.
Great hustle.
And they keep it as well. Goes out of bounds off the Phi. Well, they're lucky there. That was a messy few moments by the Saints. And all their own doing, really. The wayward passes.
Leo's a little bit concerned about his hip, but...
Yeah, he threw himself on the floor. Keep possession for the Saints. There's 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Aaliyah, Harris came to the basket and dropping it in.
Just turns the corner so well, gets his shoulder down. Once he gets your hip, it's a wrap.
Aaliyah earning himself a break as he rubs that left hip. Sam Gold checking in. Another foul on Rosetto as well. He hangs his head. 3rd foul.
Not the greatest foul either.
No, on a guard, on half court.
Yeah, trying to go for a... I'm not sure what he was trying to go for there. And
I understand trying to put the pressure on, but with those 2 fouls,
yeah,
not the play to make. And as you mentioned, does struggle with his foul trouble.
worse, he puts the guy on the line. the best free throw shooter on the line.
Yeah. And he knocks down another from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Big second quarter. Great response to a messy first from the Saints. They're on track for 40 in this quarter. There's still a minute and a half remaining. On track to well over 40.
Yes.
Good strong work from Tauranga.
Ruben knows he's got to get going.
Foul on Gold. It's his second. He joins Harris, Robertson, Pilcher with 2 fouls for the Saints. Other than Rosetto's 3, no 5 player has more than the 1. A lot of them have 1 though. Most of the players who have been on the floor so far. Tauranga, chance to earn them from the Chemist Warehouse stripe as well. Knocks down the first. Good with the second as well. As Ingram checks back in, Arthur Pilcher gets a break for the Saints. Davison with the ball handling responsibilities.
Very dangerous with Hiram and Davison at the top of the offense.
Ingram, turnaround jumper, off the iron. Stoddart to Tauranga for 3. Basket interference as well. So it's a 3 for Tauranga. Bounce around the basket.
Timeout call.
51 seconds remain in this first half as timeout is called. And after that basket interference call, cut the deficit for the fight to 11. And we will be grabbing a chat, hopefully, with Tane Murray at half-time, who's the game's leading scorer with 19 points for the Fire. So in the last 4 minutes, he hasn't added to that total, which is one reason why the Fire an 11-point deficit. Elijah Pepper leading the way for the Saints with 17, Ingram with 14, and Davison with 12. And they just have such a high-powered offense, don't they? When we saw the stats, they average almost 100 points per game, and at any moment they can explode, and they've chosen to explode in the second quarter, Troy.
Yeah, Coach Aaron is well known for his pace. He wants to push the action, always trying to push the ball, increase the amount of possessions that you have, so you know they can score quickly and they can score fast and heavy.
Exactly what they've done. See how they respond out of the timeout, the fight. 50.7 seconds to be precise remaining in this second quarter of first half. Saints with the position. Pepper guarded by Ngatai. It's around the screen and finds Gold. What a pass that was. It was a bullet to Gold. And Gold did what he needed to do, finishing the open layup.
Elijah just laid that on a platter for him.
Yeah, when you're such a talented scorer like Pepper is, you've got that second attribute, the pass.
He's also the lead leaguer in steals, I believe.
He is indeed. 3 per game averaging, so top in scoring and steals. 28.9 points per game. Also has 5 assists, which is 14th in the league. Very much a score first guard, but can pass there, as we saw with that great dime for Gold. An 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock here, so the Saints looking to use up clock and leave the Fire with little. Trying to call a timeout. Unable to do so. And now a timeout called by the Saints. In fact, the clock will just run out, or was the timeout called in time? Officials discussing that. The Fire were trying to call a timeout, I thought, beforehand, so they could advance the ball, use that BNZ player timeout, and then the Saints also tried to call one. So a discussion here between Marty Davis and the crew chief and the assistant officials and Callum Welsh and Sam Pan. So they're going with 2.5 on the shot clock. Thank you, Sam Pan. So one final opportunity here for the Saints. There's 2.5 seconds is going to be put on the game clock. Waiting to update on the scoreboard. Reminder, BNZ player timeout. Thanks to BNZ, there are 5,000 tickets to school, sport and community groups to come along to see an NBL game. Scan that QR code that was on screen, fill out your group's details and grab your tickets to the big game, all thanks to BNZ.
Watch out for something with Elijah Pepper coming towards the ball.
And they just did it manually there. The officials, the scoreboard couldn't be up, and then the shot was waved away, not off in time according to the officials. And that'll do us for the half here at TSB Arena in Wellington. An impressive half at that. And Troy McLean is now with his man Tate Murray.
Quick start to the first quarter, man, finishing with 19. But what defensive adjustments are you wanting to make for the second half?
Yeah, I think we've let them get some threes. You know, Collins hit a few, Ketchers hit a few, so just trying to adjust to that and yeah, try getting through the paint.
Yeah, love the sense of urgency. What are you seeing out there in terms of your offense?
Yeah, no, it's been good. I mean, I think obviously I got open early. My teammates are doing a good job of trying to get me open. But yeah, obviously they're disrupting us a little, so we've got to try to get in the paint. Yeah.
Good luck for the second half.
Tate Murray there leading all scorers with 19 points for the Five. 49.5 is pretty good, but they conceded 62 to the Saints, who have a 13-point advantage at the half. We'll take a break and be back with more here from TSB Arena.
Championship singlet of the Knicks. Corey on the left. Ricky on the right. Here we go, Ricky. Look there. Even it up. Boom! What a beat. Aaron up for Killer Killer. And two. 4-1 all. Keep it going, kids, keep it going. Winner taking over. Who's first goals? Austin throws it up. No good. Couple minutes to go. Here we go. Keep turning them off for these goals. Keep it in our youth now going at it. There at TSB Arena. Bench on the right. We're used down. Here he goes. Austin, who got that first shot up, he's going again.
Welcome back to TSB Arena in Wellington. It's half-time in Sal's NBL action between the hometown Mills Albert Wellington Saints and the visiting Northern Group 5 from Tauranga. A very impressive second quarter. 40-odd points from the Saints after they trailed by 2. They now have a 13-point advantage at the half. And there's been a lot of key contributors before that. Troy McLean had 10 turnovers in the first quarter, but they took a lot better control of the ball in the second. And you see some of the stats as we're about to see here. Elijah Pepper now with 17 points, Ingram 14, Davison 12. And you see that Murray's the leading scorer, but just Tarangi the only other player in double digits, and then it's Stoddart with 5, a big drop off. They need more players to step in, don't they?
Yeah, not getting enough from their bench unit yet.
It's just as I said as you're through to you as you're going to Tate Murray at the half. 49 points in the first half. That's good for the 5, but they can't give up 62 in the first half.
Yeah, their defensive adjustments will be key. Can they increase the turnovers on the Saints like they did in the first quarter?
Davison there, 6 rebounds. Harris 5. Harris with 6 assists. Well, we haven't noticed them as much. We've obviously been calling out some of the assists from others, but Harris with 6 assists, as well as those rebounds, getting it done as he does as well. He's very much like Davison in that respect. Fills up the stat sheet. Stoddart, the point guard for the Fire, leading the way for the visitors with 4 assists as well. Blocks, Alaire with 3. Davison with a highlight reel couple. And Tarangi and Ngatai with the only block so far for the 5. And Tarangi, though, with a couple of steals. County Saxon with a couple of steals as well, along with Ngatai. And no doubt a lot of them were in that first quarter where there's a few turnovers, 10 in fact, from the Wellington Saints. So impressive second quarter, that is for sure, for the Saints, who find themselves in a very good position here at halftime. We'll take another break and then be back with the second half action.
up, y'all, cause this is it. The beat that I'm banging is delicious. So delicious. It's so delicious. So delicious. And wanna taste the blood.
Half-time here at TSB Arena in Wellington. It's the Saints by 13, 62-49. Troy McLean, you've been studying the box score at the half. Anything that stood out for you from that second quarter?
Just the assist to turnover for the Saints. Saints starting with the first quarter with 10 turnovers and then only ending up with 12, so only 2 in the second. And then they jumped up and now have 16 assists, 6 of those coming from Hiram Harris, which is always a good sign when Hiram and Carlin can get downhill. That unit there, when they have Hiram and Carlin heavy usage in terms of ball carrying and advancing the ball, they're very, very scary. And then you have Elijah coming off of down screens and these types of things, and handoffs, very difficult to guard.
How do you stop that if you are the fight?
You could switch it, but with Hiram and Carlin both being non-switchable in terms of their good post-up options, this may be problematic. Yeah, very difficult to stop. What they're trying to do is, I guess, back off and afford them the shot, but Carlin's hit 2 threes so far, so if Carlin can get his shot aligned, he's a problem.
Yeah, now we get Harrison a bit of early foul trouble as well. He managed himself very well with those 2 fouls, and maybe if they can get him or Davison in some foul trouble, get one of those guys off the court as well, because when they went to the bench, the Fire did have the edge in that first quarter. We didn't see much of that in the second period, though, as it was all the way to Saints 40 points to 25 it was in that second quarter, after the Fire actually had a slender 2-point advantage. 24 played 22 after the first 10 minutes. Got a big 20 minutes to come here. The Fire not out of this one, of course, and as I mentioned, if they win out their last 3 games of the regular season, they will be in the finals. They will secure the 6th and final playoff spot, which at the moment, you've got a host of teams going for it. 5 teams are going for that 6th spot. The Fire in the best position, but obviously lose here and it becomes a bit tougher. They have to win their last 2 games. They got the Otago Nuggets at home on Wednesday night before they close out the regular season against the Nelson Giants, who are another one of those teams in the hunt for the top 6. Saints locked into a top 4 spot and probably only finish as high as 3rd. And they have a couple of games to come in the final week as well. They're at Hawke's Bay on Thursday before closing out the regular season against the Southland Sharks. Southland Sharks may be going for top spot.
Saints have laid down the challenge. It's going to be up to the Fire to respond. I hope to see a sense of desperation and urgency from the Fire, which is deserved of the position that they're in.
So Fire, the first use of the ball in this 3rd quarter. Saxon again deputising for Rosetto. Murray can't get an early basket in the 3rd quarter. Running the floor is Alir. Brings in the pass. Pepper.
High low.
Harris, well read by Saxon. Swatted away, but Saints keep hold of it. Shot clock running low. Got a shot out of the way, but didn't hit the rim. So Harris knew that, so had to throw it up there. Way with 3. Rebound Stoddart. Tipped out of bounds by Ingram. So it'll remain 5 ball. 21 seconds remain on the shot clock. Tarangi for 3. Off the rim. Rebound Alia. Pepper running the floor. Thought about the 3. Got his way around Murray. He can't finish over Saxon.
He's got a great hesitation.
Murray back down the other end with a layup. His first points of this second half. He now has 21.
Tane already taken 2 shots. Looking to get going.
As he mentioned, his team found him very well in that first half. They need to continue to do that. There's a 3 down the other end for the Saints. Elia started the game so well. He now has double digits. And that's often where they hurt you. 4 players now in double digits already for the Saints.
And in ways that you wouldn't expect. Elia's hit a couple of 3s. Carlin hit a couple of 3s.
They had 6 players in double digits last Friday.
This is Ruben Tarangi. He's got really good... Ruben does a really good job of the low pickup. So he picks the ball up nice and low, trying to bring it up through the defensive player to try and draw the foul. Hiram pointing out a blood spot on Ruben's shorts.
Trying to get him off.
Yeah.
Veteran play.
Yeah.
Tarangi was like, come on, man. Come on, Hiram.
Yeah, good friends.
Yeah. Officials waved it away. Trying to ice the 3-throw shooter as well, probably, no doubt. Hiram. Slightly wayward with that shot. Davison not enough on it, which finished well short. Murray, Stoddart for 3 from the corner. It's good. The Aussie guard knocks it down.
Big shot.
Murray calling for a foul as well. Given.
They're going to look to go to Hiram here. Switch out.
Harris working on Murray. Murray trying to draw the charge. Big rebound from Saxon after Harris couldn't convert.
And great job to avoid standing on Tane Murray.
Yeah. Stoddart. Oh, I can't drop the layup in.
Missed a couple.
Steal to Tarangi. A few turnovers again here for the Saints in this quarter. More than they probably had already in the second quarter. And Murray with a 3. And Coach Aaron Young's seen enough.
That's fair.
Cutting that deficit to 7. 65 plays 58 now. That Murray 3. And he said he was on pace for 40 and maybe even 50. Well, he's got going early in this third quarter. Second half is what they needed, Troy.
He predicted it in the interview. You know, the guys were looking for him in the first quarter. And they need to do, and he needs to do a better job of co-creating, trying to get open and spots that he can score. And he's done a good job, and their team has done a good job of doing that.
Do you think he's been your MVP of the season? Scan that QR code to vote. Who do you think is the fans' MVP of Sal's NBL 26? Certainly being one of the MVPs of the game so far. Also averaging 20 points per game, which is good enough for 12th in the league. Season high 34 points this season. Certainly well on the way to beating that. And they're going to need him to beat that. You would think the Whai, if they'd have come out with the win here. It's been a good start to this second half. See how the Saints respond.
Just a little bit unsettled to start, so good time out there. Here we see the
Davison, lovely pass to Alier. Alier just checking his footing and then throwing it down.
We see the Hiram Harris and Kylan Davidson duo at the top of the offensive alignment there. So I think this is very productive for the Saints.
Yeah, it certainly has been this evening. Stoddart plays with the Tasmania jack jumpers across the ditch.
Great job by the Saints on their coverages there.
Deep three for Murray, short. It's the net, but not the rim, as the shot clock was expiring. Davison.
Just so smooth.
Bounce pass to Ingram, who was caught in a sandwich. Managed to get up for the shot, but it was knocked out of his hand as he was heading up. And then Murray deemed to have stepped out of bounds. Lacey unhappy with his point guard.
Just voicing the move on, next play mentality.
Davison didn't like what he had in front of him, so played it out to Alier. Now Ingram back to Alier for three. Oh, rims out. Murray with the board. He brings it up over half court. Natai. Stoddart. Back to Murray.
Saints doing a good job of distorting there.
Perhaps got the matchup he wants. Gets inside. Good hand there, though, by Davison. The shot clock down to 5.
Yeah, you can notice the Saints really extending pressure and extending catches, which distorts the rhythm and the timing of the offense. So they're doing a really good job.
Murray for three. It's good. Big three up and over. A good defender in Ingram. He now has 27.
Great to see him starting to mature as a player.
Pepper.
Back at you.
Yeah. What you can do, I can do.
By just having a mix up there on the stagger switch.
And he quietly has 20 points, Elijah Pepper. Tarangi gets it to drop.
This is the pace the Saints want to play at.
Yeah, turn into a track meet. Harris. Spin move. Oh, wow. Gets Rossetto to go one way, goes the other. Doesn't finish the first time or the second. Hiram Harris. Hands in his head. Head and hands, rather.
Sort of jogging back and smile on his face, he knows.
You can't believe he missed not just one, but the second as well.
Yeah, Hiram has this, I don't even know what it's called, but this amazing ability to take his first step, and then on his second step, he'll just hold his spot and just wait for the defense to land before he takes his shot. Great body control.
Boy with the baseline and bounds, but foul off the ball before the ball was even thrown in. Murray, I think, tangling with Davison. The second on Tane Murray. You see a replay there.
Illegal screen, I believe.
Everybody clap your hands.
Obviously looking to get open. He is the big scorer for them. They just need someone else to help out, don't they? They got Tarangi, but they need a third musketeer to do the lovely work again by Pepper.
Yeah, ultimately, I don't think you're going to hang with the Saints if you try to make it a scoring situation. I think you've got to come up with stops.
Yeah, that's true. Scoring at a good clip, the fight. Just defensively, which they won't be happy with. Saints 72 points. We've still got 14 minutes and change remaining in this ball game.
Only a 7-point game. Fire's doing okay.
Around the horn, 3 for Harris. It's not his night offensively, Hiram Harris.
So, very happy for Hiram that the Saints look for him on the 3-point line. He's put in a lot of work to be a serviceable 3-point shooter.
3 was no good for Murray at time.
Substitution for the Saints. Into the game, number 17, Tauranga Whai.
As Pepper will take a seat. Alana Robinson checking in for the Saints. Arthur Pilcher also into the game with Peshalia.
This is where the fight. This is where the fight could start eating into that 7-point lead.
Yeah. Responsibility falls on the team to rebound as well with the big off the floor.
Can Jaden Bazan take advantage of Adana and Arthur?
Shot clock running low. Ooh. Oh, Pilcher thought he had done a good job, but Murray managed to sell the foul.
No comment.
If you don't have anything nice to say, Troy, don't say it. Your mum taught you well.
Yes. I hope my daughter Harper's listening.
Yeah. Point. Bazan. Saxon. Floor opens up for him, finds Rosetto. A nice little hook.
Yeah, great little drive between the two, between the two bigs.
Davison running, slightly wayward pass. Ingram can't keep it in. Another turnover. Those messy periods for the Saints.
Again, I think you kind of got to live with those. I mean, they're not ideal, but you got to live with those because ultimately you're playing at pace. You're trying to get Davison into Carlin into those types of positions where he can get downhill, and sometimes he's going to make mistakes, but most of the time.
Boy. Bazant. Murray for 3. No good this time. Rebound Robertson. Pilcher, good pass to Aaliyah inside. And Aaliyah finishes, and a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Arthur can come in, do no harm, and just make plays, the plays that he's supposed to make, like those. You will start to see him, I don't know, and all of the young guys for the Saints start to mature, very similar to Tane Murray. As they mature, they start taking on more responsibility. Great read there by Arthur.
Yeah, well, we spoke about it pre-game. Without Isaiah Liafa, Braden Yulee and Jordan Hunt, the Saints bench was going to have to step up. They certainly have so far. Good play there by Arthur Pilcher. Three from Bazant. Good response from the Phi. 5-point ball game now.
That's a big shot.
Good defense from Saxon. strong rebound as well by Bazant, who was fouled.
Start feeling and sensing the change in momentum here.
No surprise that Pepper's checking back in. Bazant knocks down the first. It's been a good response from the Phi in this third quarter. Outscored by 15 in the second period.
Also be mindful of Jordan Natai. Pretty quiet night so far. He's very capable of scoring big in bunches.
Oh, he's usually that one who is the third scorer for the Phi. As you said, only just the 2 so far. Pilcher can't get that to drop, but is fouled, say the officials.
Yeah.
Phi, Bazant at least his face very surprised by that call. You see a replay of it. Saying the foul before he put up the shot, maybe?
Maybe the push in the back.
Was there a push? Okay. Pilcher will get a chance to earn them from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
For all the issues that come with injuries, it does afford opportunities for the likes of Arthur Pilcher and Sam Gold for extra minutes. And
absolutely.
Again, to test and challenge them. So
just averaged 1.6 points per game. It really only averaging a couple of minutes per game usually, but had big minutes so far tonight. 1 of 2 from the stripe. 4-point ball game. Phi right back in this contest. Lovely work from Tauranga to beat Pilcher. Then the help defense came, but foul going to be called.
Arthur just got put on skates.
Yeah. Sam Gold's third foul. He thought he went straight up. That's not how the officials saw it. Tauranga will now get his opportunity at the Chemist Warehouse stripe as Pilcher gets a break. Hiram Harris checking back in. So 4 of the starting 5 on the floor now for the Saints. While the Phi have 3 members of their bench, along with Tauranga and Natai. So Saxon, Bazant, and also Hopoi out there for the Phi. Pepper. Taking on Natai. Outside to Alia. Good work from Saxon, but then patience from Alia. Turn down the 3 and then drive and lays it in.
Great job of extending his dribble, pushing it out, splitting the defense.
Bazant back down the other end. Good mid-range J.
He's starting to get go.
Well, he's that third scorer now. He quickly has 11.
Good contest.
Ingram for 3. He had a big second quarter. Getting going now in this third. We approach the quarter time break. Tauranga tracks down the ball. Natai for 3. No good. Rebound Harris.
Looking to set their final play of the quarter.
Half a second between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, smart. They have a foul to give, so once he saw that Elijah was looking to load up and get to the rim, just a quick foul. You don't go to the free throw line, and you also are now able to set your defense. So smart foul.
Second foul for Tauranga. Pepper has to get it up quick, and doesn't drop though. 6-point game at three-quarter time as the Wellington Saints 81 leading the Tauranga Whai 75.
Hasn't been made all season. Are you ready for it? Yep. All right. May these people loud. Just a little while. Give it up for Daly, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to jackpot to our next and final home game of 2026. If you think you've got what it takes to represent him through when you come in, let them know that you can make it, and maybe, just maybe, you might have a chance to. That next and last home game is, of course, next Saturday, the 25th of July, as we take on the Southern Sharks. Make sure you get your tickets at ticketmaster.co.nz with an earlier tip-off of 3 p.m. for Rapid and 4 p.m. for the NZNBL. That's next Saturday, the 25th of July, as we host the Southern Sharks.
As we're back here, and there is the large cups pepperoni pizza, $35. Your chance to get that from Sal's. Scan that QR code, otherwise go with the online code SalsCup26. Valid until Tuesday. Get in, thanks to our great friends at Sal's, as the deficit has been cut from 13 to 6 here at three-quarter time. We have a game. Final quarter. Just 2 baskets between these two sides. Fighting to keep destiny in their own hands as far as the finals go. Straight out of quarter time, Ingram goes to work, and a chance to make it a 3-point play, Troy.
He's been slowly going about his business, making shots when he needs, rebounding well too.
Yeah, he can do this. Season high 26 points. He now has 19. Chance to make it 20.
He's kind of a silent assassin of this group. Just sort of... It's hard to be when you have Elijah Pepper. Yeah. It soaks up a lot of that.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of shots, Ingram, but very efficient.
Really important part of the quarter here for the Whai. Need to maintain and not let it.
Yeah, get back out to double digits. Yeah, it's a good start for the Saints. That time, pass well read by Stoddart in the passing lane. Quickly to Murray, who gets it to drop somehow. Skims off the front of the rim as the back, and then fires up and drops. He now has 30, Tane Murray. Big game from him.
The Whai can hit you in a lot of different areas with a lot of different guys. And all of those guys perfectly happy to defer if someone else is feeling good.
I think that's his 8th 3 now for Tane Murray.
Wow.
I mentioned his season high 34 points. Well on the way to beating that. Stoddart taking on Alier. Can't finish around him. Davison is running, finds Pepper. And Pepper with the finger roll. And Coach Lacey has seen enough. Timeout 5.
Beautiful pass.
Yeah, certainly was a beautiful pass.
Carlin again leading the way, pushing the ball himself. Just waiting for Pepper to just get that separation enough for the nice little bounce pass. Thread the needle. Pepper could have thrown that down maybe.
Yeah. And 8 rebounds, 6 assists at three-quarter time break to go with his 12 points. So got some work to do if he's get that triple-double, you thought, but there's another assist, so step closer, Troy.
Yep. Triple-double. He's also got 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
So he couldn't get it that way. He's just had one, so
yeah, now has 5. Carlin Davison, that will be the part that he won't be overly happy with, nor will his coach and Aaron Young. But at the moment, he is the happier of the coaches as the Saints have started this final quarter. The better of the two sides, and a little run from the Saints. Quick timeout by Matt Lacey.
Plenty of time. 8 minutes 32 to go.
Yeah, plenty of clock.
8-point game. Let's see what the Fly can
Matt
come up
Lacey
with.
just looking to stop that run as well. Stop the momentum. A quick chat with his side. Tauranga gets the ball from Stoddart. Australian guard gets it back. And is fouled by Davison, who picks up his first. Ingram, Gold, Pilcher with 3 fouls for the Saints, while Tauranga, Rossetto and Bazant have 3 for the Phi.
Was wondering when the Phi would go back to this particular offensive set, which is called Spain action, with Tane Murray will now set the back pick on Saxon, which they found some success in that first quarter.
Let's go the long 3 and finishes it. Unbelievable shooting from Tane Murray. That's his 9th 3.
From the logo.
Wow. Well, it was in the right man's hand if they wanted to shoot a deep 3.
And it wasn't out of the Spain action. They did run it. But I guess they got the guy the ball. They needed to get the ball too.
Here we go. Let's see how deep this was. Just in front of the logo. Unbelievable. Pretty much a half-court shot from Tane Murray. Shot clock was expiring. Had to put it up. No time for a pass to a teammate. Took responsibility. 9 threes for Tane Murray. 33 for the game now. One off his season and career high.
Just keeping them close enough. Same action. Go back to the middle. Oh.
Good hands in there from the Saints to spoil it. And then, wow! Showtime, Saints!
Oh.
I think he might have tweaked his back going for that one, Davison.
He hurt his back on the rim.
Celebrations were quickly stopped. Good hands in the passing lane. Then they get running. Pepper throwing it up for Davison. And Davison obliges by slamming it home.
Just over the outstretched fingers.
Murray taking on Alier. Getting in the lane and finishing.
Super aggressive. Head down.
And that's a season high now. 35 points. Tane Murray carrying the Phi on his back. Alier Doesn't get the shooter's roll down the other end. Quick outlet pass from Ngatai, but blown by Rossetto.
Always feel for players that get the wide open look, especially at this point in the game.
Yeah, that would have cut it to 5. Instead, it remains a 7, now 9-point game. As Alea throws one down.
Basically going to let his team roll.
Murray doesn't get this one to drop. Bounce pass from Davison, looking for Alea, and he finishes. Another assist for Davison. Makes an 11-point game. Yeah, Coach Matt Lacey moments ago thought about calling the timeout. Let his players play out, but then another basket for the Saints. And he just has to stop it. 11-point game now, Troy.
Sometimes you have to go with your instinct. Probably should have called the timeout there, but he maybe saw something. Maintain did get a reasonable look there, but quite quick. If you did call the time, he did call the timeout, we would have had time to see if his game, and they then wouldn't have obviously scored down the other end. But these are the rolls of the dice that coaches have to make.
Yeah, sorry, Troy, a reminder that the To'ihi schedule is out for 2026. You can scan that QR code there on screen. It all starts Friday, September the 25th, with the defending champion Whai taking on the Kahu. Very much looking for To'ihi, forward to To'ihi in 2026, coming up in a couple of months' time. Here on Sky Sport, of course. Look at the men's fight. We're trying to get out of a little hole here. Still plenty of time remaining, 6 minutes and change. They want to keep their finals hopes in their own destiny. To do that, they need to win here tonight. Tarangi. Stoddart. Murray, excuse me, for 3. No good this time. He's gone cold. Missed the last 2.
Well, he kind of rushed that one. But good for him. He's looking to get...
Davison for 3. And it's the same as Murray's off the front of the iron, but the Saints keep possession, fortuitously for them. Pepper. Deep 3. Ooh. Not Tane Murray deep, but still pretty deep.
That might be the...
Yeah, that's a dagger.
That might be the dagger.
14 points. 4 point. They need a response quickly to Whai, and then they need some stops. 4 points. Inside. It's going to be called for the charging foul, though. Well played by Pepper.
Really like the initial start of that for Cole. What we call a stampede, just catching it on the run, putting it on the floor, getting to the hoop. Unfortunately, they have not seen Hiram's elite at getting his body underneath, outside the charge circle to be able to take the charge. Interesting, Jaden Bazant on now. I thought he was a great spark for them.
Yeah, certainly led that fight back in the third quarter, didn't he? He's their third leading scorer with 11, along with Murray's 35 and Tarangi's 19. Elijah Pepper leading all scorers for the Saints. He is 27, but a couple of other players with 20-plus points as well. Alea 24 and Ingram 20, and Davison 14.
Almost got into a bit of trouble there.
Pass eventually finds its way to Davison, who gets a knock to the face accidentally by Tarangi. Nothing called. Whai back with it, Tauranga. Good pass from Bazant, and the finish from Tauranga. Timeout on the floor as Davison's has to be dragged away from the officials to having a chat about that knock to the face that wasn't called. It was accidental, but he does have a point at the same time as a timeout is on the floor.
You can't compound those. You can't control what the referee calls, so you've got to sprint back. Because he didn't sprint back, that led to Ruben's free cut. And Ruben saw that straight away. You could see his eyes light up. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to sprint. And unfortunately for the Saints.
And I've never seen an official turn his call over either because the players complained. Does it have any impact later in the game, you think?
Sometimes,
yeah.
Maybe refs make mistakes.
Yeah.
They have opinions. They have good days and bad days. It's something we very much mindful of is just control the controllables. You can't control the referee's call, so keep playing the game. I'm sure Carlin is hearing that from his teammates or the coaching staff.
Saw the figure there of Jordan Hunt's in the rugby-style jersey. Still very much part of the Saints side, even though he is out tonight with a calf injury. And they've done very well to cover his absence so far. Still time remaining, though, for the fight. Just need some stops. Foul called on Bazant. That's his fourth.
The Saints really liking that action there with the guard flying out and setting the screen on Carlin Davidson. Or a ghost
Pepper from the baseline. It's the side of the backboard, so it was a big miss.
I think he tried to go over the backboard on that, I want to say.
Yeah. Slightly under-hit pass from Bazant, and Harris jumped on that, but couldn't keep hold of the possession. So Whai still with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Really need a score here.
Ngatai, deep three. Be a good time for him to get going. And it was well short, unfortunately.
Well, Jaden Bazant missed Ruben Tauranga on the roll there. That would have been a better shot.
Saints are slowing it down a bit. Of course, the clock is their friend. And they've got 12-point advantage. Ingram for three. Rims it away. Kick ball from Harris as Ngatai was trying to find Tauranga.
Hey, inbound.
Ngatai, Tauranga going to work on Pepper. Good defense, Pepper, though. And a foul called on Tauranga as he tries to stop the fast break, and does. He's such a danger with the Saints. As soon as they get a turnover, they get going.
I think he tried to grab the ankle.
That's his fourth now, Tauranga. Along with Bazant, just one foul away. Fouling out. Davison knocks down the first. And the second. It's the shooter's roll. Yeah. Unsportsmanlike was fouled. Well, call was made, so they get the ball back. The Saints after the free throws. Davison. for 3. Rims out. Saints trying to grab the rebound, and it's going to go off a 5-player, so will remain Saints ball.
Pepper just has a knack for being able to get there and put his hands and paws on the ball.
Averaging about 5.5 boards a game as well for a guard. This time the hook shot, little baby hook, no good.
I thought that was the sky hook there, but maybe a little bit more than more like a baby hook.
Just can a guard ever do a sky hook? Wow, well, you know, when you're like a small guard,
yes.
You know, not like Magic or something.
True.
Hiram Harris could not believe it. That's his third.
The Saints seem to just want them to hang around.
Chance for Murray to extend his career night. Successful with both from the line. They get the ball back as well because the unsportsmanlike called on Harris. Need a basket here. Tauranga finds Murray, but can't shoot over Alia. Alia with the block. But then he gives it back to the 5. Murray for 3. It's good. Is that 10 or 11? I've lost count.
I've lost count. Just seeing it through the bottom of the net.
40 points, Taine Murray. What a night he has had. The Tall Blacks guard has gone off. Great response, though, by the Saints back down the other end. Ingram, chance to make it a 3-point play. And they have the 100 up. Do the Saints. And there's still 2.5 minutes remaining.
Ingram's really starting to fit in nicely.
Oh, that's Tauranga out as well. There's a 5th on Tauranga. He's fouled out. And that's unfortunate for the 5. He's reluctant to make his way to the benches, Tauranga. So Zetto replacing him.
Yeah, he's just settled in nicely. Just does what they need him to do. Nothing really fancy or cute. Just gets the job done.
23 points now for Ingram as he converts that 3-point play. Stoddart. Well, the Saints thought they came up with a clean steal, but foul called. It's Davison's second. Timeout called by the 5. 12-point deficit. 2 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. Taine Murray with 40 points for the 5. If you're just joining us, 21 to Tauranga, but he is fouled out, so they will not have him for the remainder of this game. Pepper with 27, Alia with 24, Ingram with 23, and Davison 16 for the Saints. Just haven't had enough to go with Taine Murray's special night.
Yeah, Ngatai is still on 2. And I thought Bazant was starting to heat up a little bit, but the Saints have done a good job with him.
Yeah, a good third quarter so they cut a 13-point deficit to a handful of points. But the Saints have continued where they left off in that second quarter to some respects in this final period and built that lead back up and really kept the 5 at arm's reach.
Still plenty of time.
As Ruben Tauranga is still chatting to one of the officials about how he's fouled out. I don't know if he's talking about the 5th foul in particular or any others. But it's a shame for the game to not have the tall black out there for the remainder of this one. Second leading scorer for the fight. But that is the story, he is fouled out.
They got 2 bigs on the floor.
Yeah, Saxon and Rosetto out there. Along with Ngatai, Murray and Stoddart. Murray thought he was fouled. Somehow that Say's got him out this time. Murray is really fouled. And he's not happy, is Tane Murray, still having words with one of the officials. And as you said earlier, the Saints are keeping the fight in the game, aren't they? Yeah. They got the call that went their way, but then threw it away immediately, and then fouling the 3-point shooter.
Yeah, Aaliyah didn't have to foul there. That would have been a tough shot.
Yeah, but I suppose when he sees Tane Murray making them from half court, he's like,
True.
I can't. Tonight, this guy is making everything.
Yeah, just swipe him across his head.
Yeah.
That'll stop him.
Yeah. Yeah, still up for grabs, this one. Fire desperate, of course. They want to keep destiny in their own hands. They need to win to do that. And that battle for 6th spot. 5 teams going for that 6th and final playoff spot. Another turnover. Murray quickly over half court. Bangs bodies with Pilcher. Elevates. Yes. Foul came in. Another one. And Murray says thank you. Well, if they are to pull this off, Murray's probably going to need 50 plus.
Yes. But the Saints just seem to be handing it to them. At least handing them more opportunities. Arthur Pilcher there with just a quick swing, which led to the turnover.
Because Tauranga's fouled out the 2nd leading scorer. The 3rd leading scorer, Bazant, is not on the floor. Nor is their 4th leading scorer, who's about to check back in, and Nick Stoddart in front of us. Knocks down the free throws, does Murray.
They're going to be looking to trap immediately on the catch.
Full court pressure. Pepper gets out of it and then finds Davison. Saints now able to slow it down in the half court. Clock is their friend. Pepper behind the back to Pilcher. Cross court to Ingram. Ingram, nice pass to Harris. Can't finish. Bailed out with a foul. Players just stunned looks, not knowing how the fire this is, not knowing how there was a foul there. And even I think you were surprised.
Yeah, I mean, Anzac's a little bit where he's completely parallel to the baseline, so that is a block. He needs to square up and get his chest towards Hiram. But
So
yeah, I'm a little bit unlucky.
yeah. That's the 4th foul for Rosetto as Harris knocks in the first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Of course, Chemist Warehouse supporting Basketball New Zealand's Hoops and Schools program. You want to get hoops for your school? Thanks to Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools, you could do so now. Applications open for Northland, Auckland and Coromandel regions as of Monday. Check out how to apply at Basketball New Zealand's website.
Player BNZ, player timeout.
And the BNZ player timeout. Of course, BNZ Thanks to them, there are 5,000 tickets to schools, sport and community groups to come along to see an NBL game. Scan the QR code on screen. Fill out your group's details and grab your tickets to the big game. All thanks to BNZ. Another three.
Great play.
It looked well drawn up. Unable to execute that time was Murray. And a foul.
Yeah, nice misdirection. Usually they go this to the strong side there, but they went back to Murray. It was nice. Good clean look. And he missed one.
Yeah. He has missed a few. He put a lot up. It's either 10 or 11, I think. Threes. We have lost count. There's been that many. Now tight. Free throw line. Incredibly, just 2 points on the evening, averaging 14 a game. Knocks down the second. You've got to think about MVP Troy as well. Yeah, stew on that. Is that lovely pass from Ingram, the quarterback to Aaliyah. It was wide open. How he saw him, I do not know. And Aaliyah obliges with the finish. Yeah, who are you thinking, Troy? MVP?
I like what we discussed at the start with our MVP selections. I've got Carlin. He might be on a triple-double.
Yeah, I have to check the box at the end, but it'll be close. It'll be close.
And you?
Yeah, I don't hate that. Let's go, Carlin Davison, our MVP tonight. Of course, Tane Murray, losing effort, incredible 44 points. But his side has gone down, unfortunately. As the Saints just finish it off with another highlight reel play. And who knows if that assist was important for Davison.
Yes, that's right.
That might have sealed the triple-double again.
The Saints looking great in terms of being connected. Look at these.
And Carlin Davison gets to do his favourite thing, which is do an interview as well. He'll be overjoyed. He will. A great all-round performance from the Saints. Obviously, Tane Murray spectacular for the five, but just has not had enough support. And defensively, they have not been able to stop the Saints. There's another BNZ player timeout. And the crowd on their feet here at TSB Arena. Very much enjoying this bounce-back win, of course, having their first defeat of the season at home last Sunday against the Canterbury Rams. A great response here on Saturday night. Oh, trying to throw it up for Ingram this time to grab it. A full court shot from the Phi doesn't drop. But another win for the Saints. 107.95. They take down the Tauranga Whai. Big performances from Aaliyah, 28 points, Pepper 27, Ingram 23, Carlin Davison with 16, and a bit of everything for the Saints, as he always does. Our MVP this evening, Tane Murray, spectacular for the Phi, 44 points, a career night for him. unfortunately, as it was the Saints who, after a sluggish first quarter, they trailed by a couple, turned it into a 13-point lead at the half. Response by the Whai in the third quarter, but they couldn't come up with it in the end. The Saints too good. As the Saints about to gather for a huddle, and then Troy McLean will make his way to Carlin Davison, MVP of the evening. Saints enjoying this one here in front of their home crowd. Now joining in a huddle. Ingram leading it. They did this without Jordan Hunt, Isaiah Learfield, and Brayden Newley as well, injured tonight. So, impressive team performance from the Saints as Troy McLean now has Carlin Davison.
Great game, man. Almost a triple-double. I think 9 rebounds, 9 assists. 6 turnovers, though. But you started the first quarter. The team started with 10 turnovers. What was the discussion at the quarter time?
Yeah, look after the ball. We can't throw the ball away 10 times because, you know, that's maybe 20 points right there, you know what I mean? And that's how they stuck in the game in the first half, just throwing the ball away, careless.
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys want to play fast. Does that play into that, increasing the turnovers?
Nah, for sure. I know that I turn the ball over a lot. It's just like that's the way I play. We got to live with it a little bit, but also I got to be better with it as well.
And how's the knee, man? I saw your little tweak there.
Man, my roof dived on my leg, man. I'm going to have to get him back, but nah, just cramps.
Good luck, man.
Carlin Davison there, our MVP. Another big night, a near triple-double from him this evening. As the Saints running out 12-point victors over the Tauranga Whai, 107-95. As we see the points, 44 Tane Murray. What a night from him, but in vain, as we mentioned. Alair 28, Pepper 27, Ingram 23, and also mentioned that Taurangi's 21 points. A lot of contributions. Hiram Harris, 13 boards. Davison, as Troy just mentioned, 9. Certainly won that battle. Saxon with 8, Murray with 7, the standout performers from the Whai. And assists, Davison 9, again just one shy of that double digits. Stoddart leading the way there for the Whai with 7. Harris also with 8. He had 6 at the half. Blocks, Davison with 4. Another way he contributes. Alair also had 4. A big night for him. Tarangi again leading the way for the Whai with 2 in that category. And steals, Saxon, a surprise leader there with 4. Tarangi 3, Stoddart 3, and Alair 3 for him. Davison 2, Pepper 2 as well. A very impressive performance there from all rounds from this Wellington Saints side as they improve to 13-5. They will now take on Hawke's Bay on Thursday night before closing out the regular season against the Southland Sharks back here next Saturday afternoon. Well, the Whai, they will host the Otago Nuggets. Here we are, some of those upcoming games on Wednesday nights, as you see there, before closing out the regular season against Nelson Giants next Saturday night. The Rams to Atara tomorrow afternoon, a big game to watch for here in Sal's NBL action. But that completes our coverage here from TSB Arena in Wellington. On behalf of Troy McLean and all our team here at the venue, a big thank you for watching our coverage, and we'll see you same time, same place here back at TSB Arena next week.